to a lot of people, they live vicariously through the presidency. Like the presidency represents their dominance over somebody. And these Eastern elites, the West Coast, the East Coast, they fucking hate you people. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, if any of you are from Middle America, I'm on Madison Avenue. I've dealt with these people all my life. You know, they hate you. They literally hate you. They condescend.
Just regular people. Let's say regular left-leaning Democrat voting people. I'm not saying rich people necessarily, or pundits or politicians.
Or
I'm saying
black
like regular
people,
liberal,
not black people.
But they have coastal elitism. Because, you know, yes. I live on the coast. I lived on the East Coast.
They played
average
it,
people who lean left and live in the coastal areas. They have coastal elitism, and they think everybody in the middle of the country is a redneck who doesn't know anything.
And they are, especially in New York. You know what I mean? They're Democrats, dude. And they use black people. They use the black vote, the Mexican vote, any stupid. I used to be Democrat, bro. You know what I mean? That's the difference right there. I used to be. You will never be a Democrat again. If you're still a Democrat, people, you're going to wake up very soon.
You know the difference, and it's a cultural thing, but if you guys have ever watched old 1970s and 1980s Saturday Night Live sketches,
right?
The people that they make fun of there, because they were never right-wingers. They were always, of course, like the 1970s liberals, the 1970s Democrats. The people they make fun of, the Saturday Night Live sketches, it's always the people in power. The whoever's in power gets skewed. You know, they're for the little guy. They never make fun of the little guy. You know, they never make fun of the farmer or whatever. But if you notice Saturday Night Live post-Trump and even before, who do they make fun of? They make fun of people like in Middle America. You know, the small town people. There was a sketch that SNL did. I used to teach. If I ever teach again, this is one of the examples I would teach with. They had two old women that used to be receptionists in the office, and everyone in the office was tasked to do something with Photoshop. So they have these two white women who've never touched the computer in their life. All their job is to answer the phones, and they get all the Photoshops free. You know that old jokes, old people don't know how to program VCRs or work computers or shit like that. So they're shitting on people like that, and they're who's in on the joke? These Brooklyn dwelling program coders. Even though if you say learn to code on Twitter now to a reporter, you get banned because it's hate speech. But it's all these coders, the computer technology people. They're the ones that the Democrats praise and love. But who gets made fun of? The farmer. Farm Aid. Remember Farm Aid? That was a Democrat thing. That was a left-wing thing. But now they hate the farmers. All those people are the ones that Democrats now hate.
Well, Elizabeth Warren's promising to get rid of the Electoral College. I don't know how she's going to do that.
That is the most hateful thing you can say to somebody from small town America, that they're going to do away with the Electoral College because your vote doesn't. We don't want your vote.
Well, they can say one person, one vote, but it's not the united people of America.
Right. And there
are like something like 40 states where it's essentially you might as well stay home.
In other words, a Republican will never win ever again. That's what I promise you.
And if the demographics or whatever it is were different, if it was flipped the other way, then you would hear they would say the opposite. It's all about the Democrat advantage. That's the only. All the other stuff is just to give themselves an excuse for why they think it's right.
And you know what? If anyone ever brings up the one man, one vote shit again, please, as somebody like myself, who I consider myself knowledgeable about shit like this, around the world, their form of government is a parliamentary government where you have multiple parties and each party.
I don't want an America with no states either, where it's one big federal centralized thing. That sounds horrible.
That does sound
with no state power, no states. That's not good. It's too big for that.
What
It's
I'm
kind
saying is,
of no, that's what's happening right now. We're under the guise to believe that we have independence and that we're 51 states. If you look at the good players and bad players, whether they're wearing blackface or not, or own slaves, or that
Well, the
it's
Electoral College is a remnant of states having some power, though.
it's world rule. It's one rule, one vote, one government, and that's what they want. In other words, we're losing so bad. This is Hillary won. Hillary won, though. She can win again.
Yeah, she can win again. She can beat him again.
She didn't win. She didn't win. Ever.
And the Electoral College wasn't even close. It's not Bush versus Gore. It was close all the way around. This wasn't close, though. Trump easily won the Electoral College because he's not an idiot and he campaigned to win it.
right? He could, you know, and my point before was the only place where they have one man, one vote is parliamentary systems where you have a percentage of your vote go to a party. It doesn't go to an individual. There's no country on earth where it's a one man, one vote that's not a parliamentary system. And we don't have a parliamentary system. You know,
it's not a direct democracy either.
We're not. You don't have to be a direct democracy. I'll give you an example. England. You know, England is the closest example because there's a Tory party and there's a Labour party, but there's a lot of other little parties. Usually, they don't win. But in other countries, you have coalition governments that happen. You know, you need 51% of the seats in parliament to form a government. So you have cases where you have minority governments all the time. I think Canada, we just have an example. Canada, Trudeau is only in power through some sort of parliamentary thing. He won based on their version of the Electoral College, which is a form of their parliamentary system. You know, it's not exactly.
There's sickness in every system, bro. That system is so controlled, even worse than ours. You know what I mean? Ours is not even a system anymore. It's either yes or no, black and white. They gave it the rise that, you have 51 different people. No, those people are chosen bloodline people that have been waiting to step in and do the dirt of their constituents to make money and to change the magnetism of world governments.